Yo, it's Bench Gamer here. So I've been in Taiwan for about a week now, and during that time, something I've noticed is that a lot of people actually do play hoyoverse games. I know this sounds completely stupid because I'm a channel that covers hoyoverse games, but I live in Canada and I don't really go out that much, especially to places where there are a lot of young people. And basically people who play video games, especially on public transport, because Canada, even though it's like better than America, it still doesn't have the best public transport. The last time I regularly took public transport was during my days working in a bakery and while I was in university. So it's been like a couple of years now. It's been like half a decade since I did that, before Genshin Impact was even out. And now that I'm in Taiwan and I'm walking around all over the place, I am seeing quite a few people play hoyoverse games, specifically Honkai Star and Genshin Impact. Not so much Zenless Zone Zero. I've not seen anybody play Zenless yet. But one thing that I've noticed is that people do play these games on their phones. And I know that this, again, is kind of a stupid thing to say because I live in the West, I live in Canada, and we just don't have the same like mobile gaming culture as in Asia. So when you're in Taiwan and you're walking around and you see people playing like Honkai Star at 20 FPS on their phones, it kind of like hits you, like it kind of hits you that yeah, these games at the end of the day, these gacha games are specifically mobile games. And if they don't run well on phones, then they don't really have that much public presence. And I think that's why ultimately Wuthering Waves is not really, it's kind of like dropping like, yeah, it is basically dropping on the mobile platform. And I think Zenless Zone Zero is as well, because frankly, I don't think Zenless Zone Zero runs that well on phones as well. Even on PC, it runs, I would say that Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero almost runs at the same rate in terms of their optimization now. So it's not looking good for Zenless Zone Zero either, aside from just the TV stuff and the other stuff that people like. I actually don't know what people don't like about Zenless Zone Zero at this point. They've removed TVs. I think it is basically just Honkai Star but action combat now. Or if you want to like, it's basically like Honkai Impact 3rd with actually I don't know what it is that is different with Honkai Impact 3rd. It's basically just Honkai Impact 3rd but with male playable characters. But barely at that. Like, let's be honest, it's 99% female characters. So yeah, Zenless Zone Zero is basically just a modernized Honkai Impact 3rd for me, at least at this point, with a different setting. That's not a bad thing. I like Honkai Impact 3rd, it's just that it's too old for me. So the fact that we have a modernized Honkai Impact 3rd is a pretty good thing for me. Yeah, I'm just talking about how, like, yeah, these games are mobile games at the end of the day, and I think, again, this is a really stupid thing to say because a lot of people I've noticed that watch my channel are from Asia. So it's a lot more obvious that when you're walking around on public transport, taking the bus or wherever, that people are playing these games on mobile devices that are frankly not even that good. Like, I saw people playing Honkai Impact 3rd at like 20 FPS. And I saw somebody else with like a Giga like super phone that was playing Genshin Impact as well as like doing 5 different other things at the same time on small windows. So yeah, the experiences widely differ. But whatever the case may be, like, mobile phone is definitely still the primary platform that people are playing these gacha games on. That I've noticed that after I came back to Taiwan from Canada, because I don't have like my Giga super PC anymore, and I'm going outside to do other stuff like fixing my house and just going to my grandma's, who was in the hospital. If you read my community post, she was in the hospital a couple of days ago. And since then, she has passed away. So maybe I'm considering making a video just talking about that, or making a dedicated community post to what I've been doing in Taiwan in the past couple of days. But that's not the point of this video. Basically, yeah, these games are mobile games. And I think that when you're making content about gacha games, at the end of the day, you have to take into consideration that if it doesn't run well on mobile, then the public presence basically doesn't exist, right? Because you're not seeing people play them out in like the schoolyard during recess with the kids, with their friends. If you can't play Wuthering Waves for like 20 minutes at a time during recess, then the like under 13 portion of your player base is basically non-existent because you can't share that experience with your friends. So yeah, that's basically it for me for today, Genshin Impact. I'm still playing a lot of it. In fact, another thing, I forgot my original point, which is that after coming back to Taiwan, I feel like I'm playing like hoyoverse games more in the way that they were meant to be played, which is in like portions of like 20 minutes to 30 minutes or maybe an hour at a time, instead of just binging them all the time. I really feel like the story portion of the game especially, and even the way that the activities are portioned out, it feels like you were meant to play them in like 30-minute bursts rather than 4 hours at a time on stream with like 2,000 people watching you, as you probably like experience with larger content creators. It really doesn't feel like the game was made to be played that way, and the fact that I'm playing it in like 30-minute chunks at a time is honestly much more enjoyable for me at this point. So yeah, Bench Gamer signing out. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. I'll probably be making more of these, just like me hanging out at the bus stops, wherever I can. I think my bus is coming in a couple of minutes. So yeah, this is Bench Gamer signing out. I'll see you guys later. Bye.